The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
And then there's, you sort of go, there's a hallway, and there's like this little table where the phone was, and that's been knocked over, and the phone's on the ground. It's resting in a pool of blood, and then there's basically just like a person sort of dead and stretched up like a skinning rack in the hall, and they're like split open, and so there's like a rib cage, and there's bits, and there's pooling blood, and on the wall right beside it, like burnt into the wall, is like this.
There's nothing else, or
That's it.
Do you think he has us all still on mute?
I don't know.
He's left. What are you
I know.
doing?
yeah, so I'm going to invest. Okay, so
We're
We
sort
activate
of
detective mode.
activate detective mode.
So I would have run out, but then I would have seen you go. Psh!
Yeah.
So I'm still on the ground floor, and I'm going to go. Is this an apartment
It's an
complex?
apartment building.
No,
It's a 5-story apartment building on the edge of the Richmond district.
I wish he'd stop doing this.
I'm going to just go in through the ground floor and then just listen.
Okay, so I'll let
Are
you
you
know.
still in your
Okay,
seats?
just everyone let me know who's going.
Spectra and
You two are going. You two are staying.
I'll
Yes.
stay because
Okay.
if it had to be agency,
I'll let
I
you know
can't
when
drive
you
it.
arrive.
Okay.
So you're in the apartment with detective mode going.
Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I check is the door.
The door looks like it's been burst open with an impact near the door jamb and the lock. Specifically, it would have been kicked 1 inch above where the door handle is, right up against the jamb, with about 90 foot-pounds of pressure. The exact amount you calculate necessary to force that lock open. Then a second impact has been delivered slightly higher up to the center of the door to make it open again. Presumably the door's whipped open and bounced back and then smashed open again. There are no prints or identifiable marks, no fibers, no DNA.
Not even like foot imprints on the carpet.
There are actually hers, and only hers. Also now yours.
Oh,
You're going to examine her?
yeah.
Okay, I will need a medicine roll. He rolls a 2, he rolls an 8 and gets 20.
So that is 23.
That's more than enough. It looks to you like she has been killed with a series of impacts around the heart. Specifically, immediately above the left ventricle, the right ventricle, and the aorta, and then 2 more actually below the heart itself, but in an equidistant pattern from the third blow. And then there have been 2 impacts to the temples, judging from the cracking and striation there and the bruising, which has caused a massive cerebral hemorrhage and heart stoppage.
Yeah.
Death would have been almost instantaneous. Everything else was done afterwards.
And the phone, I assume it's just
No prints.
no prints.
The handset is actually a little deformed, as though it's been crushed by a powerful metal glove, like, say, yours. So, Soviet arrives to find you standing in front of your handiwork.
So
You both arrive at the same time. You've heard a couple of people nearby being like, I think we should call the police, Howard. Now there's another one of them.
I'm probably going to arrive. Soviet's probably going to stop on her tracks, go white as a sheet,
Vomit.
drop to her knees, start crawling away, and then just hurl up her guts on the on the camera because I think that's a natural reaction to seeing that.
What's your reaction?
No, it's not. It's not going to be that extreme. So it's simply going to be.
Now, you will notice, right before they arrive, the words "This is forever" go and disappear.
When they start doing that, can I take a photo with my?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll do that.
You're gonna have to get that developed.
Yes. I'll take because they're starting to arrive, and there are like people in the apartment are making a bunch of noise. I'm gonna start like just taking a bunch of photos and taking notes about everything here.
Good, followed him up, hover down through the same method.
You guys both arrive at the same time,
Yeah,
amazingly.
and it's just going to be, oh god, was it a ritual? Why did he?
There are no iconography or signs of ritual.
Why would they take the time to do
Also,
that? to
you
her?
will note no part of her seems to have been taken away from the scene.
It's all still there.
It's all still there.
Alright, we're done here.
Cool, he just came to kill this girl, apparently. I will never stop trying to ferment. You might have to carry her.
Oh well, yeah. No, I was just making a. I mean, she
All the subway you had is just being hurled up.
I mean, yes, basically at this point she is, if Spectre or anybody else hasn't got to her, she's basically just going to crawl back towards the exit to the stairs that lead back down, and then she's just going to...
Roll down the stairs.
Not roll down the stairs, she's going to sort of just sort of lean up against it and work her way very, slowly down.
Spectre, can you
You're-
go down the stairs?
Yeah, you're a bit too big for this. Goes, I'm on it. Come on, come on, up.
That was...
We have to leave now.
I never want to see that again.
Okay.
Promise me I'll never see that again.
I can't promise anything.
Will you?
Ah!
Please don't throw up at me.
So
Hand
yeah,
on the
use
rail.
hydro pump.
I don't think there's anything left. My stomach hurts.
Put your hand on the rail, and we're going to go down.
Crime scene
pretty
used
quick.
Astonish. It's super effective.
We made a whole bunch of noise coming here because we came here at top speed.
That's why I've been...
There's also now a police car arriving. You two outside will have the encounter with the police car. So a police car pulls up. It's a plainclothes car, but it's got a gumball on the roof. Let's go. Guy gets out. Officer gets out. Can't believe we're getting called to two of these in the same night. Yes, sir. Would you be wanting the 12-pack or the 24? The 12-pack! I'm on a diet! They start heading upstairs. You guys do nothing? Cool.
Oh, cool, these guys. There's two officers coming up the stairs.
You hear him with great clarity.
I need to find another way. God, it's seared in my memory.
Yeah, I'm heading out now.
It would be better if they didn't find us involved with whatever happened inside.
Oh, they just pulled up behind the APC, so they know the APC's there. And they just walked in, so
Think about it.
It's not subtle, yeah.
it's not subtle, they know we're here.
Charles, activate the APC's cloaking tech. Very good, sir. On the side of the APC, ice cream.
Aerosmith?
I didn't know Aerosmith was in town! No. Anyway, so yeah.
Oh yeah, so I will jump down from the side of the building.
Well, you're the one guiding me there.
Somehow they ignore this completely.
No, either we're going to have to get off the stairwell on one of the
Below
other
you,
floors
you
or
can hear,
wait.
oh god, if I'd known there'd be so many stairs, I would have taken the elevator. There isn't an elevator, sir. Oh god. Whew. Let me just take a rest here on the third floor landing.
That's
For a little bit. Oh.
Step off.
Take you off and then go around the corner on the way down and wait for
Okay,
them
we'll
to...
say you dodged the cops because, let's be honest here, you're probably gonna.
They haven't been particularly observant tonight.
And you all meet up back at the APC.
So what was up there?
Remember, flash, 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 flash. Use hydro pump.
Pinch your nose. Pinch your nose.
Glad it didn't
You
go
pinch
up.
your nose shut and you can smell your vomit on your hand.
The bag. The one bag.
Thank you.
I have something for the nausea.
Is it Omni Paste?
Just Omni paste the whole clothes.
Hand me that roll of tape.
We need to go.
Well, yeah, the police are turning up, so we better go. What? So what was it? What was so important? I mean, obviously it was important, but what happened?
She was opened up, but the guts were everywhere.
Harbinger.
You've mentioned Harbinger before. What is it, or who is it?
I don't know.
Whoa. You don't know? That's rare.
Yeah.
That's like... What?
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. I've never come across him in a state that I could beat him in. And I've never gotten the upper hand on him.
So he's followed you back.
So you can roll a memory check to see if you connect this to finding Tyler nailed to a wall.
I think I have it. I got a 17 on the die.
Cool, how does that affect your equilibrium and ability to keep your stomach contents in?
I don't think there are any stomachs, so it'll be dry retching at this point. I'll
bile.
make
There's always
another.
bile.
Do you want me to? I'll make another roll to see. In the back.
I don't remember eating corn.
It was like powerhouse bars.
So it's the same one that hung Powerhouse up.
Yeah.
So it wasn't you.
So what clues did you get from this?
Nothing. He leaves no trace. No prints, no information. He hits everything with the perfect amount of force.
I
Sounds
asked
familiar.
you something. I don't want to seem insensitive, but was this woman important in your future?
She was important to me.
So this Harbinger's after people that are important to you.
Yeah. Everyone.
What did I
Brenda
just
the
miss
dude.
that caused laughter?
Because
Xander's
they just go,
walking around everywhere.
I'm important to you because, you know, we're best mates and all, at least in the future or whatever. It's sort of, hold on.
Realize he might be prime real estate.
No, Harbinger hunts Thomas Drake.
Yep.
He doesn't care about Einsof.
So he's up to Thomas Drake's friends.
So Xander Magruder.
So now that Xander Magruder is your friend,
He needs to talk to Simon.
Yeah. Charles. Would you go for Charles?
okay, yep. That's why you acted like you did that. So, who was she?
This one's just a good friend.
So it's killed 2 people in this time
Yes.
that you know of.
No, it's not that I just don't know.
Oh, because he wants Thomas Drake to know.
Because he wants me to know.
She was a close friend in both university futures.
Yeah. So, I kept my distance from people in this timeline. I didn't know how much did exist and what did follow me. But he wouldn't just do the same thing again with the same people.
It's any comfort in the other timeline she didn't die till 2020.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a big comfort.
I'm gonna fill my wooden bowl with water, taking the power of the dolphin, let it fill me to the brim, and reach out to Simon.
Okay. This is what you get. Oh, yeah, baby, I wish I could feel down there. Huh? Oh, hello? What? Oh, this is a really bad time. Oh, I don't need to see your face now!
Literally the second they get connection, I pretty much yell mentally, Simon, there's been an emergency. Einsof needs to speak to you.
I'm
A dark one hunts those close to us.
You get back. Yeah, okay, I'll be a minute.
And then you break off.
And then he pushes
just,
you away.
And they just shudder. Simon will be a minute.
You now also know that his wife sometimes dresses as a nurse. And she has great legs. She is a nurse.
Yeah. But you don't know that.
But I mean, she has this other nurse costume that's not standard.
Yeah, this one's not okay in hospitals.
Like, she
Well, it's okay, but it's not regulation.
Hello,
has
nurse!
fantastic makeup and Simon's lack of
I hate to kind of
fantastic
muted the previous scene with that, but that's what was happening, unfortunately.
It's from one extreme to the other.
Yeah, sorry. Maybe I should have just edited that scene and made it different. But it isn't. It's too late now. It's perfect. It's too perfect.
It's too perfect. I can't do R&B places.
What have we become?
We should leave the city from another angle if you're going to go to the other base.
What is it you're planning on? Do you need to be there?
No, well, we need to stop somewhere and sort this out. We'll try and figure something out.
I'm driving to my base.
Yeah, that's right.
You will in fact be there by now then.
Well, we are somewhere where we can start trying to sort this out.
You know what we really need? A subway to here.
I don't need sandwiches on the way here.
He means the train.
I knew what he meant.
I mean,
Okay, are we here now? Door. Smell.
Sir, I
I'll
couldn't
help.
help but monitor your call.
Yeah.
Is there anything I could do for you, sir?
Did you get with
Maybe
the rest?
bring me a cup of coffee.
Very good, sir. I have anticipated your need.
More bacon.
Hmm?
No bacon.
There's a coffee.
I'll get out of the suit.
It's black like his men. Get out of the suit.
I'll start like moving the suit files to the computer.
Okay. You take out the roll of film
Yeah.
and you put it aside for Charles to develop in the dark room.
Right, it's there.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, you don't have digital cameras.
I
You don't have technology. Your suit is a giant lump of iron,
know.
willed into life by magic. Oh wait.
Science.
Yeah, science. Now, we need to conduct another experiment. Dark powers gland. Transmute this hydrocarbon! I demand it! No! Right, so you're all in the base. Charles squiffles off with the film.
Might offer Soviet a hand. Get somewhere.
Yeah, let me clean off your cleavage.
Where you can
And
have-
take the world.
somewhere where you can
Oh, I
rest and
I
have
will go
PTSD
to.
flashbacks.
There are
showers.
I know where there's showers and bathrooms in this
He'll get
place
the,
already.
he'll get the fudge for us, wouldn't he?
So I will go clean up.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
Aerosol spray inside the. It smells like vomit.
I know, I have to pull it apart anyway.
It smells like juiced squirrel vomit. This it was bad going down.
Is there anything I can do to help? I mean,
Not really. This is also out of order from last time. Last time as well, Tyler wasn't killed. Although, with Harmon, I don't know how he could have followed me is the problem. If it's a side effect of time, then that would explain why he went after Tyler. But
Like he knew what you know from the previous timeline.
he knew that Tyler was key in this timeline.
well, he knew he was central to our plan in the last timeline as well. The plan only went wrong because of Harbinger.
Which obviously is going wrong now as well.
Well, then we have to get a new plan.
Well, we already had to do that because your last plan didn't work.
So you've... So all your friends died.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not right.
What's not right?
Go to the toilet.
Yep.
Come back, holding a glass.
What do you guys do with it?
Recycling. Yeah, no. Sorry. You said it's out of order, but again, it's different this time round. You've done different things, so things will be different no matter what you say.
Yeah. I wonder if this one was just to prove he actually is here with me. Typically, he leaves more clues than this. He likes to lead me on a chase.
How'd you catch up with them last time?
I never did.
But you fought with them, that's what I mean.
In fact, if you recall, he is the exact reason your whole plan failed.
Yeah, he said that, yeah.
Well, yeah, at times, when he would appear, he would usually show up when I wasn't expecting it. Or I would get attacked from behind. Usually I wasn't able to do anything at the times he showed up, but when he messed up the plan, he killed Simon while he was using the power cosmic.
He'll know about this place though, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he's been here. Twice. 3 times.
Are you sure he hasn't been? Are you sure he hasn't been here in this timeline?
Why?
To mess with you. Leave you an obvious clue in this place that you say that he likes to mess with you. That's what I would do. I would put something in a place where he's been before in previous timelines that you should notice, but it's so obvious you don't notice it.
You think there's scenes of the past crimes?
Something. I mean, if he's messing with you that badly, it sounds like he's the kind of thing that would try to mess with you. So I'm guessing she was hung up the same way as she was in the previous timeline.
No, this one was different.
That's why I'm not certain. This one was similar in more ways. Then I would start looking into the places where the other ones happen.
Well, in any case, we need to wait for the film to be developed from your suit, so you should just finish your coffee and everybody take a break and try to calm down. And we'll wait for Soviet and Moore to come back.
We'll probably come back around now because it's probably enough time to get.
I would have come in before you came back, or it was real weird.
Did you try using Bevan's crystal ball in your timeline?
No. That wasn't really an option. From what I recall, it takes a lot of time to charge. It takes a lot of effort to use. And it was almost always used on more pressing matters at the time. When Megaton's blowing up half the city, you kind of look for something else instead of who's hunting down my friends and family.
It's like a week or two to rebuild it and 3 questions.
I know that, but if he was pinnacle in destroying your plan in the previous timeline, it's probably a good indication that he's probably going to do something similar in this.
That timeline can't...
Yeah, that timeline can't happen because we did all the other things, but he is going to keep on coming and coming and coming.
Guys, last timeline, you didn't have a skinwalker, and he's now, and maybe you can use his abilities to help out here.
Well,
The Edomites also can't invade in the same way this time because we destroyed the Lamadon.
yeah, but maybe, like, there's always something else. I mean, we've got that event happening in a year's time.
Can you do the bold thing and look for anything to do with this guy?
I can ask the spirits. Maybe they will answer.
See,
I
there
will
you
try.
go. There's information you wouldn't have had.
And I wander off in the direction of the APC.
Okay. You get there. It's not that far away.
Climb inside. Just leave the door open. It's isolated. I just want somewhere out of the way. Lie on the floor and begin the 10-minute process of slowing my bodily functions, stilling all of my breathing, and putting myself into a trance.
Okay.
From there, I fill myself with power, with the spirit of my power animal, the Raven, the cosmic messenger, and I try to call out to him basically with one word: Harbinger. Posed as a question.
I'm
This will be
going
what
to
I'm
be
doing.
not in there, but around there watching because.
You just think he's gonna take some drugs?
No, I'm concerned
This is
that
what I think.
the
The
Harbinger's
slide
going to
walked
turn up and
away.
kill him
No.
because, from what I'm assuming,
Okay, so while that is going on, what are you 3 doing back at the thing?
So I'm going to start accessing the files on my computer about Harbinger cases last time and see if anything is different than the way I wrote it.
Okay, you start going through that. What are you 2 doing? Just sitting there looking over her shoulder going, ooh, beep boo.
I mean, pretty much. I mean, I might ask some questions like, do you think he's actually trying to stop you this time, or do you think it's just some kind of petty thing to get back at you?
Okay. One thing you will notice after a few minutes is that Server Farm 2 is not accessible. You run a little diagnostic and you discover there's no power in Server Farm 2. So it needs to be plugged in.
That's odd.
What's that?
One of my server farms isn't plugged in.
You'll go plug it in.
I'll go plug it in.
So while he's gone, the computer starts going,
Meep, 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 meep. Black Knight, is this normal?
he's gone into the...
Yeah, I'm turning on the communication so we can hear
They
the...
won't be able to reach his secure, shielded server room, otherwise everyone will be able to get into there.
Oh.
It's like level 5 secure, that's a lot.
We have no
Okay.
specific
If he doesn't answer,
It
then
does
I'll,
have disadvantages. Ha
I will send the transmission to the gamer and say, Black Knight's computer's making this noise, is this normal?
That's a bad noise.
I'll look across. because I'll probably be able to see it from the APC. Get away from it now. Just go.
It looks
I
like
grab-
it looks like something is trying to because you can see the screen. It looks like something is trying to
Mounts.
delete everything.
Hold on, and I'll make a beeline for the computer.
But pro tip: you're going to need one of your forms to buff up your IT.
You
to
haven't
beat this.
mentioned that that's what it's doing, are you? You're just...
He's told you to run away.
I've told you to leave the
Yeah,
computer.
no, but he
and-
hasn't mentioned that it's deleting.
No, so
Okay.
I'll...
So as he rushes there and gets his sheets, you will do your dream.
I'll quickly mention, because I've been left alone now, it's kind of relevant. I am aware of my immediate vicinity.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just trance, right?
Yeah.
So you lie there. You're on the plains of the spirit realm. You call out to your spirit animal with one word: bacon burgers. So take us there. You're lying there. You've transcended into your spirit plane. So I guess you're standing, and whatever you visualize that is probably some kind of this is the land plane.
Before the white man.
Yeah.
A vast desert with plateaus upon which I stand on one of. I call my message up to the heavens posed as a question, harbinger.
You hear the echoing croak of a raven. Is it? You will see your familiar spirit animal flying around towards you. Looks like it's going to sort of come in and land on your shoulder. And just before it gets there, the land becomes a huge black taloned hand, reaches up, crushes it, and you are snapped awake with bleeding marks on your throat.
Basically, immediately throw myself up, and I'll hit whatever the first obstacle in my path is, the side of the APC.
You probably hit your head on the top of the APC.
I just slam my fist into the wall, sweating and panting.
The problem goes away. Whoever's trying it stops. When you get to the server farm, you find it's been unplugged.
Told us to run away and you ran towards it. What happened?
I'll go onto his computer and see what's been deleted or if anything's been deleted.
Solitaire. Someone has deleted Solitaire. But they left the shortcut.
The feeds.
It's so annoying, you have no idea.
Man, I really can't wait to get back to Solitaire.
It's the only thing I could do to
It's like,
I'm
distract.
so glad I made this joke about Tesla.
It's like,
I don't understand. It was working this morning.
When you wake up, the one last lingering sound you will hear is like this. Not that you've heard that a lot. It sounds like you imagine he would sound if he laughed. It's like, but you all know what laughter sounds like. No, I meant however you imagine he would sound like laughing.
Yeah. I'll grasp it in my throat, checking the
Feels like it's been crushed by a big powered gauntlet like one of the Black Knights.
Black Knights.
Although it is bleeding, so you've got cuts along here and just under your jawline there, as though you'd been grabbed rather suddenly.
Just stare at the blood for a second, and then immediately try to cloak myself in Zale's power. Just change my form to literally anything. Just shuffle it.
It works.
I zen, and I come back out to make my way towards the rest of them.
I'll be busy trying to figure out what was making the sound, what was
Okay, basically it looks like every single firewall he has was just turned off from outside, from another computer. You lose it after 30 bounces.
Yeah.
You don't know where the fuck this came from. You know it happened, and whoever did it was good. Good as you. In fact, this could have been you. In a form,
Yeah.
doing this. It looks like it was just easy for whatever it was.
I don't understand this.
Someone rolled a 20.
Huh?
wait, there's something to do with computers that you don't understand?
No, I understand it, but I've only had about like 3 traces in my whole life that I couldn't follow.
This is the third one.
Yes.
I'm back. I made coffee.
Everyone looks really stressed.
I
Then
stumble-
Black Knight and Skinwalker arrive, because why not?
clutching a bleeding throat.
So,
What?
Skinwalker, are you okay? Rush up.
I'm sorry.
what did you do to my computer?
I just
What is
You're
this?
kind of concerned about your computer and he's bleeding.
One
from
at
the
a time, people. One at a time.
A dark hand clouded the land and struck the spirits from the sky.
That's ominous.
Everybody
Now
but
you.
Black Knight can make perception checks as well while you're having this conversation.
ah
What, fail?
crit fail.
Okay.
Do you get one as well?
No, I got the one.
So everyone else, I assume.
Everyone except
29.
Black Knight.
Yeah, so you get to
okay,
make one.
so-
Oh, you made up for it.
Net 20.
Black Knight's right gauntlet has blood on it,
On the thing, on
on
the...
the fingertips and the thumb.
I squint my eyes as I said the rest of the thing I was about to say. His middle grip crushed my throat and pulled me from the trance. And then
Who's dead?
I just point. Whose blood is that?
Well, he's out of the suit, so he's in Thomas straight mode, so it'll be.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you don't
Oh,
have that on.
ah.
Right.
Yeah, so it's
Never mind.
over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Whose blood is that? All the way over there in the dark
'Cause-
cave.
Yeah, because you rolled a 20, so you see it.
Um,
Or you saw it in passing as you were coming in.
Well, we're in the middle of your lab setup, so he can check that. But everybody needs to come down. What were you saying, Xander?
So I was watching over Skinwalker when your computer, all your alarms went off. I didn't know whether it was going critical like you said it does. I got there and it stopped. But every one of your firewalls have been breached. From the outside.
That's impossible unless you did it.
It almost seems like I did. I lost it about 30 jumps away.
You lost it.
That's what I'm saying. I lost it. Someone knew your system. It's almost like they built your system.
Coffee. Here you go.
Right, so where does Harbinger come from?
What do you mean?
Like, where does he originate from? Like, timeline-wise, etc.
Well, Universe Man had never heard of him. So,
There's no way he could have,
World's
like,
best son.
gone into another dimension
Skinwalker.
where there's an evil you and got an evil you to...
Did I build the system?
I mean, a lot of it's loosely based off your designs.
You
But
saw-
who else knows how to do this? I mean, how many people know to get through the system? I can count. Well, 2.
4.
Who's the other 2? Well, Harbinger is 1, but
Oh, check if Charles is around.
He is not. He's developing film.
Charles and his daughter.
Who's this? Charles has a daughter? Okay.
so you 3 built this off one of my designs, obviously.
No. Sorry. She would know how the system worked from the previous timeline. And this timeline,
No idea. Okay.
no idea.
But again, they breached it and did nothing. Oh, apart from delete Solitaire.
Why?
And they even left the icon. And that's all they took.
To prove a point, obviously.
No,
Just
Like-
prove that they could have done more,
no.
but...
I was watching over Skinwalker, and
Yeah, good job.
Wait, are you thinking it was a
it was
deliberate
distraction. I
to
mean,
get you away from Skinwalker?
Look what happened to him.
But that must mean whoever did it must have known you were watching over Skinwalker and that you would rush to the computer.
I start to paranoidly watch all the dark corners of the cave. Or the base.
Do you have
Give me a perception check.
Do you have security footage? I mean, is this place being monitored?
You got your camera in the back of your
30.
APC.
Yeah.
There is a glint of light under the computer turret table.
I crouch. Discover this. Ah! And then I immediately sit it down on the floor and jump back from it.
The feeling is worse this time, magnified by 1.
Imagine you can pick that up.
What? How long have you had a world tour for?
So this isn't mine, is it?
In the future, it was
In the
briefly.
future, it was.
Well, I haven't had one for about.
Negative 30 years. No, however long.
Well, I haven't had one until about 2019.
You feel the eyes of the world turn upon me as I grasp it. More so with that one than with Frozen Hearts one.
It's a bigger one.
Does anybody know what these can do isolated? Like, there's always the legend of what happens when you bring them together.
They're just pretty dudes.
But what properties do they possess when they're by themselves? I mean, could that be used like, oh, who knows Lord of the Rings?
They possess the properties of roundness.
Well, it's a very nice ball.
Who knows Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the
No,
what?
no, oh, Palantir. It's a little Palantir.
That's not entirely inaccurate.
So somebody could be looking through that, and they could see you were looking over Skinwalker,
Not
and then
in
would
the
rush
way
to the
you
computer.
think.
Oh,
Well,
It's more that a specific, not even the organization. There's a specific person in a specific organization that presumes that bringing these together is unnatural. They have a way to trace them.
so can we see the video in the back of the APC?
Can I bring it up?
Sure.
What does it display?
Okay, so he does like a thing where he's like, he lies down. He's like, feather on my head, and crosses his arms, and he just lies there for a while. And then a big dark occlusion obscures the camera, like say he's like a big metal suit guy, just shouldering through the camera, and then it pulls away, and the next thing you see is him going like, ah, punch, and the camera breaks. No, it doesn't break. It's fine.
What?
So I would just like to always like that thing where they punch it, and for some reason the camera.
and they go.
Yeah, but it's like, and then like he storms out, rubbing his throat. So basically, what it looked like was you did it in your suit.
In my current suit.
Well, no detail was possible because it was so close. It just sort of obscured it. But it looked like a big metal guy, and you guys only know one big metal guy who's in the base. So meta-wise, it's supposed to look like you did it. I can't.
And so, how could you?
But his suit was there.
Have you seen how long it takes to get the suit on?
That's. But you see there's blood on it. You didn't touch the blood at the crime scene, right?
Can the suit move by itself?
No.
We would have heard it.
Who else can wear the suit?
There was the loud beeping noise. We wouldn't have heard anything.
I should have been aware of it,
And I wasn't there.
but I wasn't.
How complicated is it to wear your suit? Could anybody operate it?
No, you would have to have exactly my build, including being crew.
If you tried,
Yeah.
if you could put it on and you tried to walk, it would break your leg.
Then you would
because
be
it's
crushed.
overcompensating
So
so
that one
much.
leg, yeah.
And I don't mean just like snap your leg. I mean like compound fractures everywhere.
What about
And that's
just
if you could fit it.
what about just the
strike.
gauntlet on the top half?
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work. You need the full suit because it all works together. That's why when he starts losing
Ignoring that
pieces,
last.
It runs a full circuit.
But even if, I mean, we clearly would have heard
we
the
would
sound of somebody clomping around on that huge thing
Yes,
if somebody really had.
which means we can't trust the video.
Maybe something wasn't deleted, but changed. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, maybe we should. Okay. The
Or maybe now you think about it, you did kind of hear a vaguely metallic noise from behind you while the alarm was going. Well, on here.
Can we do a DNA test on the blood that's on the gauntlet over there and confirm whether it's skinwalkers?
It is. You do the test, it is.
While the test was being done, I just walked over to the suit after the swab was taken or whatever, and just turned over the hand and just looked at the blood the whole time, almost zoning out of that.
Okay.
So,
Did
something broke in to the base, and the suit attacked.
You will also discover while you're doing the DNA test, he's not a mutant.
Oh,
and
skinwalkers.
the suit,
Oh, yeah.
minimum, the suit has attacked one of us.
but that suit was there the whole time.
I wasn't. I was making coffee. I didn't.
We would have heard it thumping back and being. I mean, you can't miss. When the sounds went away, it had to have got
Right.
from the truck all the way back here.
Check the timing on the security footage. Is there any anomalies as far as the actual time index goes when it's recording?
How many weird experiments did you do in the future on yourself?
Not many.
Could any of them been like the old fly thing where
For God's sake, can you tell us without using a reference?
splitting part of yourself off?
No, nothing like that. It was more like, maybe I'll get my leg to work this time.
Thomas?
Yeah.
Just a small point of contention. When we sent you back, we put future you's body in another, well, a younger version of you. That's automatically two personalities. So you can't say that there's nothing.
Yeah, but that wasn't... Harbinger existed before then.
Yeah, but what if... Oh god, I hate timeline parallel. When you start messing with time, things happen. Strange things happen. What if...
Okay, so 7 intellect, it's actually very simple, Xander. That timeline, it was original me that wasn't replaced.
Yeah.
I hadn't travelled back in time.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yes.
So is the timeline. So is the timeline where I came back and replaced myself. That is also true.
Both true.
Both are true. It's not hard.
No. It's more...
Okay. As much as I might want to blame Thomas for this, I think he went away. So it couldn't. The suit has done something dangerous. There's some way to restrain the suit more.
Sadly, that roll of tape.
That's why I was wondering about checking the time index on the video. Is there like an inconsistency that would indicate time was frozen? Somebody did something to Skinwalker and then unfroze time and they were gone.
How many other cameras you got in here?
In this room,
And watching the suit.
3 on the suit.
Right, so if we play at least one of the suit ones in conjunction with the car one and see what the time, if the time are the same, if the suit disappears, if the suit stays there,
And your computer would have a clock too, so we could also link it to
all the clocks.
to what happened when the file was deleted and everything, and sync it all up and see if it actually matches, or if there's any
If
incongruity.
the suit disappears and doesn't, yeah, that's what.
No, I understand what you're trying to do.
You just want me to play this all back
Yeah.
in like
Yeah.
one contiguous scene for you? Okay, here's what happens on the videos, which are all time linked and indexed to be exactly correct and lined up. You spend the time to do it. It takes
Yeah.
about an hour, but you do it. So, he's working on the computer, and then he's like, he gets up and leaves. As he walks past the suit, he stops and he's like, reaches into the suit and goes like that, and then continues off. Meanwhile, then the thing happens to you, and you run over there, and the suit starts going. Goes over to the vehicle. The interior vehicle can place the same thing you saw. The suit leaves, goes back to its position, puts itself back on the thing. It looks like he made it do something.
So yeah, we all look at him. I know I'm looking at him when
I'm
I
looking
see
at
it.
him as well.
Yep.
There is one roll someone can make to poke a hole in this perfect fabrication.
So what
Is
role
it
is
one?
it?
And who's the one person?
Yeah.
Him or me or these two? Or that one?
He needs to make the first roll to determine whether or not it can continue, so it's actually you.
So what role is it?
It's intuition, creativity, awareness, that sort of thing.
15. I don't have high
That's,
intuition.
that's enough. Damn you. So everyone's looking very accusatory at you when it suddenly occurs to you, hang on a minute, we didn't tie in the comms trackers. The comm is in the suit. Right? The old comm is still in the suit. The comms tracker. Tie in the comms tracker. The comms tracker. So you would have to do that, which is an IT roll. Let's just pretend. Let's just don't get a 1.
I got 3.
More than enough.
Yeah,
So that's 28. Whatever. Yeah, the comms tracker shows the suit didn't move. The comm stayed where it was.
Graba buku tuneli dan makan. Hanya kerja fire when the check up. What you need to get up on the table. Then you will get in on the festival.
There's only one way to stop Labor's taxes.
Kill them.